once again, and welcome back to another Monday installment of Paul and Tom Talk Film. I am Tom.
And I'm Paul.
And this is in association with the Catstrand Art Centre in New Galloway, so look at the link in the description below for the website. Today we have a very, very special treat for you all out there. We have a great, critically acclaimed, award-winning film, a rom-com from 2003. Or should I say a romance drama, clocking in at about an hour 39 minutes. It was produced, directed, and stars Tommy Wiseau. Johnny is a successful banker who lives happily in a San Francisco townhouse with his fiancée Lisa. One day, inexplicably, she gets bored of him and decides to seduce Johnny's best friend Mark. From there, nothing will be the same again. Well, that's a pretty professional synopsis for a movie that is what it is. The box office is $1,800. And the budget is $6 million. Anyway, here's a clip from the movie.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She said that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it's not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you?
Well, I'm just sitting up here thinking, you know?
You know, I watched this film I couldn't find it on Amazon, I couldn't find it on Netflix or anything, so I was like, I looked on YouTube and I watched it in a full rip from YouTube, and they had blurred out all of the sex scenes in it. And only then did I realize actually how many sex scenes are in that movie, and every time it came up, I was like, oh my God. It's just
pretty much like half of the movie is a sex scene, and like by the third sex scene they're reusing cuts of like the first sex scene they filmed because everybody was refusing to film any more sex scenes. So there's like bits from the first sex scene in the second and third sex scene.
What I want to know is like it's amazing how they made this. Like, this is an actual film, and we should bless God and everybody involved with making this movie, because it's so refreshing to see such an art house classic, you know, a real chunk of kind of emotional drama that you just don't see. You just don't see these days, man.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Like you really kind of just have to mong out and let it wash over you. You can't really analyze anything. It just becomes really difficult if you try and actually pay attention and make sense of what's going on.
There is like moments where just like a random guy will just appear, and all of a sudden he's been like best mates with Lisa and Johnny for the whole time. He'll just appear, like that guy at the party where he catches like Lisa and Mark, you know, kissing in the room, and he just walks in. He's like, I can't believe you're doing this, Lisa. It's like, who was that guy and where did he even come from? And like, and then that Peter guy turns up and he's like a psychiatrist, and it's like,
there's a lot of stuff I think that was in the script that was cut out of the actual movie that would have made a lot of sense. Like, apparently the character Johnny was supposed to be like mentally disabled, or like mention it in the movie, so his energy is just really weird and you don't know why. And he's like standing there trying to watch them like kiss and stuff, and they have to tell him to go away.
The little boy?
Danny.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like Tommy Wiseau's character.
Yeah, Danny was supposed to be like he's supposed to be disabled, but he never mentions it in the movie because it was cut out from the actual like final cut. So it just makes no sense. I think Tommy Wiseau wrote it and kind of thought like, oh, people will just understand what I'm trying to get across.
And it's great because this film has got one of it's one of the most replayed films in cinemas and theaters all across the world. You know, if you go to San Francisco, I'm pretty sure this film plays almost every weekend at some point across the city. And I mean, like, it is the world's best, worst movie. You know, it's so bad, it's good. This is the epitome of it's so bad, it's good. I think everybody needs to watch this film at least once to just experience, you know, how bad a film could possibly be, you know, and how laugh out loud funny. It's kind of like that Neil Breen guy. He's another one that I really like to watch, you know, Fateful Findings. Have you seen that?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
The guy who Danny owes the money to this kind of like dangerous dude. He like kicks his ass almost, and then everyone freaks out about Danny owing him money, and then it's never ever mentioned again that
Yeah.
he owes him money. It never, that character doesn't come back. I don't know. There's like so many things in this movie that just make no sense whatsoever.
I like when Danny gets like beaten up by the drug dealer guy and he puts a gun to his head, and then like everybody comes upstairs and they're like, "What's wrong? Why is he doing this to you? Why is he doing this to you?" And he's like, "I was buying drugs." And Lisa's like shouting in his face, "What kind of drugs? What kind of drugs?" And they're all like freaking out at him. It's really funny.
The mother's
And then
screaming that she's going to call the police.
Yeah, and then there's like there's a scene where Johnny brings like flowers to Lisa at the beginning, and he like sits back on the couch with his hands behind his head, and he goes, "I would do anything for my girl." I'm sad that you had the cutscenes blurred for you in the version you were watching, because they're a real treat.
Yeah, I've seen like some of those scenes before, and it kind of scarred me mentally. I just remember Tommy Wiseau's bare naked ass
Yeah,
on top of like this woman who's kind of under
It's-
the duvet or something.
yeah. It's not just that. It's like Tommy Wiseau has like a massive ego, and it seems like he just really wanted to like show off his bare naked body.
Yeah.
And like I kind of felt sorry for the actress who played Lisa as well, because in the script she will have had like a lot of scenes where she's supposed to be like naked for like no other reason than probably Tommy Wiseau just fancied her and wanted to see her naked,
Poor
you know.
girl.
And then yeah, it's like the overdub for the movie is really weird as well, because all of the original sound from the movie was basically, because Tommy Wiseau has got like such a weird voice and such weird like cadences in the way he speaks, they had to overdub most of the movie. There's a really good scene where he goes into like the shop, and you can really notice the overdub when he like goes to buy flowers, and the woman's like, "Hi Johnny, I didn't know you were coming in today," but it's like really fast. It's like spoken way too fast, and it doesn't sync up. And
He's
then
like getting the flowers, and he's like, "That's
Hi.
me."
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think the guy's just like an egomaniac. Like the crazy thing is that he had the money to just throw at it.
Well, it's funny.
And
There's
you
all these like really rich, kind of strange, like real estate dudes or like people who made loads of money, and they just want to make like vanity projects, and they just make like these films and act in them. It's kind of like like Neil Breen, like I was saying earlier. He's another guy, like a real estate mogul who's just like wants to be in the movies. It's so funny that these guys could, yeah, it just shows anyone can make a movie. You just need money.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to be able to pay the people. Yeah, I think it's really funny. It's like it's got the perfect amount of like production value to be like watchable. It's like just the right amount of money was thrown at it to where it's like not like, right, turn it off after 5 minutes. But I really do struggle with the sex scenes. They're like really difficult, and especially once you know that it's all the same sex scenes that they filmed in the same day mixed through. It's really difficult to watch, man.
Wow. Hey guys. You like it?
Yeah.
You look great. You look a baby face.
The mother's like, this place, like 3 people are in the room kind of at one time, and they leave, and then another person comes in, and she's like, this place is worse than the Grand Central train station, you know? And I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, is it really worse than Grand Central? I don't think it is.
Yeah.
You know, 3 people have come in and out of that place, you know?
I don't know. Maybe his original idea was to like set it all in one room like a play, and then he just changed it. Who even knows? It's a mystery. I've never actually thought of why it's called The Room. $6 million budget. Imagine
Or-
what you could do with just $1 million, you know?
Grossing 1,800.
Yeah. That nobody knows how old Tommy Wiseau is or anything. He's like, it's like a mystery of where he's from, and
Yeah,
he
no one
claims-
knows where he's from, how he made his millions.
He claims he's from America, but he's actually from Poland.
There's a great scene in the movie where towards the end where Johnny is grabbing a red dress and stuffing it into his crotch. And I was just thinking, like, imagine being in the room with him as you filmed that scene and just like being behind the camera in such an intimate moment. Really, you really have to like bless your cotton socks to be a cameraman so lucky in that situation that you get to witness cinema magic, like a real golden nugget of a performance right there. And then, you know, there was real emotion in that scene, you know, in Tommy Wiseau's character, and I think that it's just Oscar worthy. You know, I
I'm
think
sure that a lot of
heartbreak.
the people that were behind the camera were probably really struggling to have to look at Tommy Wiseau's ass for the 30,000th take, you know, just so they could get it perfect for him.
Oh.
But that's what it's like when you work with a diva.